When you first go into your team that's created for your different class period for middle school and high school or subject for elementary, you're going to see a button on the top that says activate. In my case, there are 4 students that are in my class. Right now, the students cannot see that this team exists. So what you can do is right now I could work on my own and just decide that when it gets closer to the start of the school year, I can activate it. Or I can choose to activate my team now, and then as soon as I activate it, my students would be able to see it. So ultimately, in order for the students to know that this team exists, we just have to hit activate. So what's nice about this is, like I said, you have the opportunity, you can try to get yourself familiar with this first before you have to worry about kids seeing anything with this. And then that gives you a chance to make sure that you're choosing exactly when they can see it. It also gives you the ability to choose if you do not want to use this team. There's nothing saying that you have to use this right now. So you can just let it go and you don't have to worry about the kids having access to things that they're not supposed to and being able to have all these conversations and things without you realizing it. So ultimately, you can choose when you want to activate it. But one thing that I want to show in this video is just how to be able to tell which class period you're in, and so that way you know like who you're going to be working with. When you first look at this, it shows the course name, but it doesn't pull the course like numbers or information from Skyward. So if you teach multiple periods of the same class, you have no way of knowing which class you're working in just by looking at like the main page here. So what we're going to do is if you click the little dots here for more options, we're going to click Manage Team. And then when I click Manage Team, what I'm going to be able to do, I won't pull up the names just because they're individual students in here, but I will see the students that are enrolled. So what you might have to do at the very beginning of the year is just say, all right, you know what? I want to open up my Skyward list of students and just verify and just see which class period I'm working in right now. After we determine what students are in the class and you can figure out which class period it's supposed to be, we can actually change the name of our team and it'll make it nice, make it nicer for you to be able to tell what you're working with. So after we go in here and we find our list of students, I'm going to just go up. I can hit the more options for the spot at the top of the page, or I can even go on the side. Either place gets you to the same spot. And I'm just going to click the little pencil here to edit the team. It then gives me the opportunity to add information. So like, for example, if I know this is my period 1, I can put that. I can get rid of the word mixed. If I know that, you know what, all right, this is my just IT Clever Desk class. This is my period 1. They don't need to have like the other words that are used to tag things in Skyward. Um, so I just basically pick a name. By default, it automatically gives me like a specific grade level. So like I can change this since I'm in the high school. You can, if your subject shows up, you can choose it. In my case, since I'm in technology, I'm just going to pick other. And then you can also choose whatever graphic you want to go along with it. So they have a lot to pick from. So you can choose one of theirs. And I also want to scroll to the top of the list just to show that you can update your own. So this could be, you could make this a similar graphic to what you use in Schoology, so that way it lines up. Or you could just find something else that goes along with your course. Ultimately, your graphic and the name that for your course are going to be the same for you and students. I'm just going to pick something else just to show what it looks like. Now just scroll down and hit update. It'll just take a couple seconds till it updates your changes. And then now I have IT Clever Desk period 1. I have a nice new graphic to work with, and then I'm ready to keep moving on here. In the upcoming videos, we'll learn about some other settings and getting that meeting link for your students.